Hey folks, hey, good evening. This is Wesley Virgin here. Real quickly here, let me give you guys the metaphysical things millionaires do at night. As you can see right now, it's approximately 1:48 a.m. And yes, I am a millionaire, and I thought I would share some things that I do at night here to be able to sustain the wealth that I have here. A lot of you, I'm sure, have jobs. A lot of you are thinking about the coronavirus. A lot of you are struggling. So what I want to do real quickly here, I'm in my room right now in Houston, Texas, and I want to share these secrets with you, what all millionaires do, or just myself, more importantly, at night here. Okay, I'm just looking at, we just got some good news here. We're now the #1 product on Digital Store. If you don't know what Digital Store 24 right now, that's the platform that I promote all my products. And if we log into Marketplace, I'm no longer on ClickBank anymore. And as you can see here, I'm the #1 product on Digital Store 24. See that? Sales rank #1. And I'm not showing you to brag and boast, but I'm sharing that because what I do, specifically at night, I think allowed me to do this. And I became the #1 product in 6 weeks. Okay. And yes, I'll ask you guys questions here. If you don't mind, turn off your TV. Okay. Go somewhere quiet. Remember, this is very important. Whenever you're listening to someone who has the life that you want, you want to ensure that you take notes, okay? You record the video if you can. You listen closely, and you make a decision to have an open mind, because something that you hear may give you a breakthrough. You know, I've had many breakthroughs in my life financially here, and many people that I've trained and mentored over the years, this is what they do to get a breakthrough. You know, you don't want any distractions here. So guys, if you don't mind, put your names below. I would like to give everybody a shout out. If you're ready to go, put your name and just comment, let's go. And what I'm going to do is give you a few metaphysical things. And I'm going to explain what I mean by metaphysical, okay? That millionaires do at midnight. It's midnight here. I make a ton of my money after midnight here. Zach, how are you? Raphael, Leza, Betty, how are you? Steven, good morning. What's going on, guys? How are you? Willow, how are you? Brandon, how are you? And if you're on YouTube or Facebook, thank you for liking and sharing this video. And remember, guys, I always leave a link in the description below that you can move forward with if you want to make money with my program. I think last month we paid out $200,000 to affiliates. And that's just people like you. Understand, they're just new people that doesn't understand the internet. New people that just kind of want to leave the rat race. People that want to take ownership of their lives. I've created this platform or this product to give you that ability to do it while I teach you and mentor you. So some more mentorship in the link below. I think it's called Sleep Money. Okay. All right, Mickey, how are you? Rochelle, how are you? Okay, #1 thing. Can you guys hear that? Yeah, hear that music? And I'm gonna give you this that music that you hear. So understand, metaphysical, to keep it very short, is basically I believe in the law of attraction. I believe that what you think about is what you become. Okay? Whatever you think about, whatever your mind is focusing on, like now you're focusing on my words, this video here, maybe the screen here, whatever your mind is thinking about and picturing most of the time is what you're going to attract in your life. I give you an example. A lot of you, when you wake up, maybe you wake up negative. You wake up upset because you don't want to go to work, right? Or maybe you wake up and you just don't want to get up because you're still sleepy, and that alarm clock is pissing you off because you want to sleep a little bit longer. So you hit the snooze button over and over again. So, you know, typically the average person doesn't wake up in a good mood because, one, they're waking up at a time that they don't want to. Two, they would rather go somewhere else instead of warming a chair for 8 hours or being in a place where they don't want to be. Okay, now understand this. What you're listening to is a meditation frequency. And I'm going to give it to you right now. Go ahead, look at this. You see this right here? I listen to this when I work. So you can have it for yourself for free. Good, get it. It's called pure theta waves, okay? Now, let me explain what I mean by theta waves, okay? So we have 4 different wavelengths as it relates to the brain, as it relates to brain frequencies here, okay? Hey, make sure you write this down, by the way. This is really good stuff here that I wish I learned when I was in my 20s here. You have what is called alpha, beta, delta, and theta. Theta and delta. Okay, write that down. Alpha is basically when you're in a state of creativity. Okay, you ever had a moment when you just were so focused and you had like an aha moment or something? Everything just kind of worked out. You just felt that you was in the zone. Like athletes and very successful actors, they tend to be in alpha state, and they meditate quite a bit to put themselves there because their creativity and the likelihood of things working out really do. Like when I create my advertisements, guys, listen, when I do ads, for my products here, this is why we number one, because we run ads. When I create videos, even like this, I create videos. Like right now, I'm in alpha state. It's where everything is perfect in how I'm delivering this information to you right now. You're receiving it, you're getting it, and you're taking action with it. Okay? You have what is called beta. Now, beta is what you're in right now because you're listening to me, you're watching the screen, you're holding your iPhone, holding your phone, you're on your laptop, you're sitting, maybe you're laying in your bed right now, in your car, right? It's things that are going on. You can hear the dogs are outside. Maybe you hear the guns if you live in the ghetto. I'm just kidding. But what I'm saying, the beta state is when you're thinking about so much, and so much in your outside environment is attempting to distract you. That's beta, okay? That's beta state. That's what we're in right now. Then you have something that's called the theta state, right? The theta is when you're like now. Like my TV is on right now. If I will watch TV, I will be in the theta state, okay? Because when you're theta, you ever watch people watch a movie? Listen here. Have you ever watched someone watch a movie? It almost appears and seems to be that they're in a trance where they just enthralled into the movie, right? For 2 hours, 3 hours. And it's almost like the time just flies by. Have you ever said that? It seemed like the time just flew by. Like when you have sex, you're in theta. When you're making love to that person that you care about, that you like, and before you know it's an hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, right? You're like, oh my God, you've been laying in bed with the person because you just met them and you love them and you like them. And before you know it, it's Friday and you lay down on a Monday. Well, that's in theta state. That's when time doesn't really exist anymore because you're so enthralled into the experience. Does that make sense? So theta is a great way to be able to recondition and program your mind for excellence. And this is what I do at night. So when I'm working, right, you see here, I'm working on my ClickFunnels accounts here, my website, Skyping my team. Have about 50 people that work for me around the world here, checking emails here, checking on my affiliates, checking on my different companies here, watching the money just, flow in over here, right? So to be in theta state is to give your mind the opportunity, listen here, to be able to absorb and learn faster. Okay? Is everybody with me so far? So when you work at night, when everybody's quiet, when you don't hear any music, turn off the TV, put the Theta music on, and just get to work on your business. See if you're promoting this. Like a lot of folks are in one of my groups called Millionaire in Training, and I ask them to put themselves into Theta state when they're working, because understand the brain is plastic. It's called neuroplasticity. Somebody write that down. Neuroplasticity is basically our brain is plastic, which means is we're able to rewire the brain, and the brain is rewired faster when it introduces certain levels of oxytocin and serotonin, which is neurotransmitters. Okay, so that's why when you're feeling really good, you're able to comprehend faster. That's why when you go to comedy shows or comedy people, they make you laugh. That's why we like to laugh as human beings, by the way, because when we laugh, we're relaxed. When you relax, you're able to remember the jokes, right? If you're entertained, something that you like, if you watch TV, a song that you hear, if you like it, right, which boosts his oxytocin and serotonin, you just learn faster. That's why you guys can learn the music or a song very quickly. But when it comes to Facebook ads, the internet business, Shopify, Forex, stocks, that's just boring, right? But if you would put this type of frequency here and put your brain into a Theta state, times go away. Like I will work right now. It's 2:00 in the morning. Like I work for 5 hours straight, but it'll appear that I worked for. It'll feel like I worked for about an hour. Okay. Because when I'm hearing this music here, it's relaxing my brain and I'm focused. I'm very enthralled in the material that I'm learning. Okay. Make sense? Any questions so far? So that's one thing. Two things, just don't watch TV 2 hours before. My daughter recommended a show for me. I forgot the name of the show, and I was going to watch it here. But do not watch any news, any television, any drama, any scary movies. Okay? All the coronavirus updates. It's very dangerous to watch anything on TV that's contrary to your desires and dreams. Okay? Let me tell you why. Because when you start to relax and you lay down, ready to go to sleep, and you're watching TV, understand that your body and mind is in a trance, Theta, which means is you're absorbing, your brain is downloading all this information from the television screen. So when you sleep, that's what you're thinking about. If you saw an update with the coronavirus tonight, listen here, it's powerful information. If you watch some information about the coronavirus and somebody else died, or more countries have quarantined themselves, then that's what you're thinking about subconsciously all throughout the night. So even though you don't want to be scared, even though you don't want to focus on it, you will, because that's what you program your computer to do. Your brain is your computer. Okay. So some of you want to consciously say, oh, it's going to be okay. But if you keep downloading, okay, this information into your brain and you're in Theta, your subconscious mind is being programmed on very deep levels, right? So even though you don't want to not be scared, you'll find yourself putting gloves on. You'll find yourself, you want to increase your social distance. If you cough or sneeze, you're like, oh my God, do I have a respiratory infection? Do I need to go to the hospital? You see, only because you're programming yourself unconsciously. You unknowingly understand that this is happening here. And this is what I talk about in the Overnight Millionaire, because the more you understand your brain, the easiest for you to be very rich, wealthy, and successful. Make sense? Most of you, and I'm talking to you, you just don't understand how your brain works. So you think that things don't matter. Now you may say, well, I have a friend that's negative, but it doesn't matter. I'm not with him all the time. Well, it's just a little TV. It's not a big deal. Or maybe you're overweight and say, well, it's just one donut. I deserve it. What you don't realize is everything counts. Okay? everything that you do, especially as it relates to influence, as it relates to, attempting to recondition yourself unconsciously, it all makes sense. Like even right now, it's something that's called the collective unconscious here. Guys, hit the like button if this is making sense. I just want to make sure that you are getting this right now. A man by the name of Carl Jung, he wrote a book by the name of The Collective Unconscious. Do you know right now there are things that are happening in your experience while I'm speaking, while you're watching these words? Have you realized that your heart is beating right now? You didn't even think about it, right? You're like, oh, yeah, my heart is beating. But yet you had no conscious awareness of this. Like right now, blood is moving around your body right now. Some of you right now got to pee. You're like, oh, yeah, I do got to pee. But you wasn't thinking about that, right? Because the unconscious part of you, okay, this is what you have to really understand. I talk about this in depth in Overnight Millionaire. Google it if you haven't seen that program. It is so much that is happening. They call this the collective unconscious. These are things that you're not even aware of that's taking place in your environment. You can drive your car and maybe you're not paying attention to maybe a building or a sign, but your unconscious is. Does that make sense? Okay. It's very powerful here. So once you realize that your brain and your mind is very, very instrumental to you being a very poor person, average person, or a person of wealth, once you realize that, then you start to protect and you start to purposely put yourself in an environment to win. Okay? But yeah, that's the collective unconscious. It's a great book. It's a tough read, by the way, but I just want to give you the brevity of it. It's basically right now in your experience, even right now, while you're listening to me now, things are taking place. Like you see the screen, but I promise you, you probably didn't notice that said net per sale, or you didn't notice the number 3, or you didn't notice marketplace, right? But your unconscious then, it sees everything. Consciously, you're only able to focus on 7 bits of data. Does that make sense? Okay. And a lot of you, now this is why a lot of you haven't had a breakthrough in your business or life, is because you're trying to use your conscious mind to be successful. Okay. You're trying to say, well, I want to be rich. I will be rich. And let me work hard. Let me think about it. And let me think, what do I need to do to be rich? And you're using a very small portion of your brain. We call it the prefrontal cortex. Write this down. This is powerful. This type of information I charge for, but I'm giving it to you for free because I love you. Okay. It's called your prefrontal cortex. This is the new brain. Okay. This brain only can access or interpret 7 bits of data. Okay. That's it. It just can't. And a lot of you are trying to use your conscious mind to be rich. That's why you're irritated and frustrated and tired and upset, right? But when you allow the unconscious mind to do it for you, this is what I do. How do I do that? Listen to the Theta, especially after 12 when your body and your mind is a little bit more relaxed. Then work on your projects, like work on your business. Whatever you're trying to perfect, even when you're trying to study for a test, put yourself in Theta state. It is powerful. It is so powerful. You will experience serendipities, miracles, breakthroughs that you just never thought. Like this is a true story. Right before I became a millionaire, this is what I was doing. And I talk about this in the Overnight Millionaire so you can get it right now. Listen. Before I created this product, I'm sorry, not this product. Before I created my flagship product, Fat Diminisher, I was like everybody else, going to Google.com, searching how to make money online. Is this really how to make money? How to make money, right? How to make money online? How to make money from home? I was doing this daily. I was buying programs. I was investing in books. I was going to seminars, right? Because I didn't realize that I had an unconscious mind. I didn't know what an unconscious mind was, right? But consciously, I was buying products. I was using it for a week. Then I would buy another product. Does that sound familiar? But once I realized that there was a unconscious part of me, which, like even right now, it's an unconscious part of you that's called the automatic nervous system that's keeping you alive while you're listening and watching the video. Does that make sense? Like right now, you're digesting food. Right now, your liver is functioning properly. Your kidneys are cleaning your body. See, it's crazy, right? So once I understood that, I said, well, is it possible that I can use my unconscious mind to create a number one product? This is a true story. I was broke. You know, I was like, you know, can I use that mind? Because see, I didn't unconsciously, listen, I didn't know how to market products. I didn't know how to start an internet company. I just didn't get it. Okay. 7 years of failure and still trying to succeed. But when I made a decision to relax and capitulate, to surrender to a greater power, that's the unconscious mind. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go through the process of learning, and I'm going to allow the unconscious part of me to create the solution for me. So what I just do is this. I said, you know what, unconscious mind, I need you to be able to create whatever experience that I need to create a product that doesn't only make sales, but I want it to be a number one product. Right? I even did it for a digital store. I said, I'm going to be the number one product. I don't know how. Now, I knew how for Overnight Millionaire because obviously, you know, it's like riding a bike. Once you do it one time, it's easy. But in the beginning, before I had a breakthrough, I said, you know what? I want to create a product that's not only going to be great, but it's going to dominate the industry. Okay? And that was Fat Diminisher. And what I did is I stopped worrying about when I was going to get the solution. Does that make sense? Guys, if this is making sense, hit the like and share button. How many of you guys are up right now? Hello? Hello? Wake up. Remember, poor people sleep. Poor people get bored, and poor people have very short attention spans. All right. So if that's you, just leave the video. For all my winners and millionaires, listen. Consciously, I could never be a number one product here. Okay. Unconsciously, I could because I allow my unconscious mind to figure it out. It's something in a book. Go get this book, Psycho-Cybernetics. I talk about it quite a bit. And it talks about a servo mechanism. So it's like a heat-seeking missile. When a missile is shot, and it's a heat-seeking missile, right? And it's going toward its target, that missile doesn't go in a straight line to kill the target to meet its destination. Does that make sense? That missile is always correcting itself, right? It's like this, right? The missile like this. You ever seen a movie when a missile is fired? It's not going in a straight line. It's always correcting itself. It's like this. So that's just like you to your goal. It's not a straight line, which means is every day that you're working and you're allowing the unconscious part of you to get more educated and to develop the skill to be able to create whatever your desired result is, you're like this. Okay? Does that make sense? You know, sometimes you're going too much left and say, okay, come right a little bit. Too much right, come back left, right? So the unconscious part of you is always auto-correcting. But an issue that most of us have, including yourself, is consciously you're disrupting the unconscious process. I told you I was going to get a bit metaphysical here. If consciously you'll say, well, why is this not working? You know, I've been doing this for 2 years. So what you're doing is you are disrupting the learning process consciously. See, the unconscious part of you is smart. That's why I can breathe. Like, I'm not focused on breathing right now. You're not focused on breathing. Is anybody focusing on breathing right now? You're just doing it. And it's crazy that you can talk and breathe every time. Like, say if you forgot to breathe. Oh, I forgot to breathe. You'll be dead. Right? So the unconscious part of you knows how to breathe, and you can speak at the same time. Make sense? It's powerful, isn't it? So that allows you to realize that the unconscious part of you can create things and manifest things, experiences, or events much more than your conscious mind. Okay? So yeah, so that's what I do at night here. I do this every night, to be honest with you. Like, I'm a night owl, and I like to work at these times because it's quiet. I can focus. I put on my Theta state, and I just get to work. I get busy here, and I create magic. You know, I create a bunch of money for me and my team, and I really are credited to these metaphysical techniques that I just gave you. Now, if you have any questions, post your questions below in the comment section right now. If you would like to learn more about what I'm doing here or promote this program, Overnight Millionaire, maybe you want to get it now. It's available. You can Google it, Overnight Millionaire, and I just outlined what I did to make my first million in 30 days. And yes, it's pretty metaphysical, but it's pretty simple. Or you can join a live training that's only 2 hours, and it's with me and Ariella, who is my co-partner, and how she did $600,000 in 4 months. And like I said, you know, everybody that I mentor, I'm using these same techniques here. Okay, like if I would mentor you, I use the same techniques with you. But unfortunately, many of you just don't believe it's possible. I met a guy. He said, "Well, Wesley, I just don't believe you're making all that money. You have to be doing something else. You got to be selling drugs. I mean, you got to be doing something, Wesley." I'm like, no. I'm just marketing products online here. All right, question here. I have Overnight Millionaire. How do I get it? How do I get the Do It For Me program? Contact Ariella Tanny, or contact Down For You at wesleyvirgin.com. Questions for me. Book recommendations. Yes, Breaking the Habits of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza, or Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, or Think and Grow Rich. What is the difference between theta state and alpha state? So alpha is just when you're in the zone. You know, you ever been in the zone? You're like, man, I'm in the zone right now. It's just working out. That's alpha. Okay? Alpha is when you're not thinking about nothing. So usually you're in alpha state right before you go to sleep. And right when you wake up, your mind is clear. So when you meditate, when you get good at it, I meditate 2 to 3 times a day, by the way, for the past 8 years. When you get really good at it, you're able to go into what is called a know-nothing state. Okay? A know-nothing state is when your brain is solely in the present moment, which means you're not thinking about the present. You're not thinking about the past nor the future. It's called the know-nothing state. I talk about that deeply in one of my advanced programs, okay? It's a powerful state to be in, because when you're in the know-nothing state, anything that you think about, you can harness it and you can manifest it fast. It gets insane, right? You can think about something, create the experience, and boom, it'll happen in the reality world, okay? In the third dimensional world. Make sense? So it's very powerful, but you get there through hours and hours of meditation, okay? Theta state is just, for example, like a lot of you, when you listen to me, my videos, I naturally put you into a theta state because of the tonality of my voice and how I speak to you. Like now, you may decide to relax more and listen closely to every word that I'm giving you, because it naturally puts you in a very deep state of relaxation. And you're in theta right now, by the way. Okay? Come back to the room. Hello? All right. Questions for me. Why don't you guys listen to what he say? Okay. How do we? Yeah, remember, you're going to have people on the planet that will always be broke. They will always be angry. They will always be bitter. They will always be resentful. And they'll always be what is called a dream killer. And guess what? We love them. You know, there's some people right now, they're so, like, I know there's somebody right now that doesn't like me. But yet they're listening to every word that I'm saying. But they can't stand me. Somebody right now that's listening to this video, YouTube, Instagram, I'm not sure, Facebook, they just think I'm a scam artist. Right? It doesn't matter how transparent I am. It doesn't matter what I show you. They just think that I'm a scam artist, you know. And that's okay. Those people have to exist in the world. Just how it is. Okay? It's called the law of polarity. What's good? To have good, you have to have bad. To have up, you have to have down. Which means you have to have the opposite of anything, positive, negative. So, but what's important is we still love these people. Because these people are like they are based off their experiences, how they grew up, and the people that they surround themselves with. But it doesn't mean that they don't deserve love. Okay? So that's why you should love your naysayers and love your enemies, right? Love them because they're people. Don't judge people based off their behavior and their actions. Love them because they're a human being. Love them because they're a person. Love them because they just like you. Maybe they have been through an experience that maybe you'll never be able to comprehend. Learn to detach people's behaviors and their actions from the person. I'm not saying you need to be around these people. They're a bit cancerous, but still love them, you know. Don't have any ill will. Don't wish them that they're gonna just die. Or you know, I met this person the other night and she was like, her baby dad is like, he would perish. I'm like, oh my God. You have to love the person. Hate the behavior, but love the person. Somebody put that below, please. Hate the behavior. Like, you know, like when I talk to my children, when they do something wrong, I say, hey, baby, I don't like what you did. I love you, but I don't like your behavior. Because people will start to connect when you say, you know what, I can't believe you did that. I hate you. It's not that you hate them. You hate what they did. Because an hour or the next day, you'll love them again. But you just told them that you hate them, right? Which is very confusing to the human mind. So remember, just the behavior that you don't like. It's not them. Because the same person that you don't like, I'm pretty sure they're a loving person to somebody. I'm pretty sure at times that they're all positive. So you love them. Because to hate a person doesn't help you. Okay? It creates stress in you. It creates disease. It creates ill will. And it debilitates your efforts to become the greatest part of you. Okay? Does this person... Okay, question for me. Thank you, Beth. Appreciate that. You know, I'm always open to... you know, I've been very... I don't want to say the word blessed, because when I say I'm blessed, that makes you feel that I'm different from you. Everybody is blessed. But, you know, to be honest with you, to be transparent here, I really wanted to be successful. So I read a lot of books. I read obsessively about everything, various of topics, not just about the brain. I read about love. I read about people, men, women, behavior. You know, why do we do what we do? I read a lot of information about the things because it allows me to understand myself more. And more importantly, it allows me to understand others like you. The more I read, then it gives me the advantage to help people faster than others. Make sense? Hey, Wesley, is this part of your Wealth Visuals program? No. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Hey, guys, if you got any value, can you do one favor for me? Hit the like button. I just want to see some loves pop through. Just to see if anybody is listening to me right now. You can share it if you feel that this is share worthy. You can hit that share button as well. If you're on Facebook or YouTube. You know, I'm only here to help you. I'm here to help. Honestly, I am. I mean, these are free videos that I do. And all of them on YouTube, for free. You don't have to buy nothing from me. You don't have to pay me money for different programs if that's something that you don't want to do. I understand that some people just don't have the funds. Some people just don't believe yet that this is really possible. And I understand that people have been hurt and they've given their money away to people and they screwed them over. But understand it's just a part of the living process. You don't want to believe that that you're just going to be happy and excited and win every day. I mean, that's delusional. Some people, I hear them, they say, well, Wesley, I'm just trying to be happy. I just want to be happy. Well, you could be happy now. You don't have to wait for anything external to take place in your experience to be happy. You can be happy thinking about your children. You can be happy thinking about your mom, your dad. You can be happy thinking about that you have the internet, that you can listen to something to put you in a happy mood. You can be happy that you have a home, that you have fingers, that you have breath. You can be happy that you have someone that loves you in your life, right? I mean, think about it. You don't have to want to be happy. The problem is a lot of you want to be happy all the time, and you can. That's a great thing. But unfortunately, maybe more than half the world, we continue to think about the things that we don't have or the things that we're not getting from the universe. And as long as you focus, remember I talked about earlier in this video about focusing. Well, as long as you focus on what you don't have and what you're not getting, what you're not accomplishing, well, you just get more of that. And a lot of you're very emotional. You get very depressed or sad or disappointed about the things that are not taking place. And this is the key. This is the caveat of it all. This is the secret sauce that, so many people would never get. And they will struggle their way to the graveyard. Never get rich and wealthy. It's because you have to understand that you have to be this person right now. Like the $1 million person, you got to act that way. You have to speak that way. You have to communicate that way. You have to stand that way. You have to operate as if you are already that which you desire. Okay? And, unfortunately, this just goes over so many people's head. And, who can do this? Everybody. You can be a teenager. You can do this. 20 years old, 30 years old. It doesn't matter what's taking place in your life. Everybody has the opportunity to make a decision. Okay? Everybody. Any more questions for me? You make 100K a day? Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Guys, if you love my videos and if you're taking action, hit the like button. Like if you just loving my videos because you want to hear me momentarily speak to you and you're not taking action, well, you're delusional. Okay, and it's like buying a workout DVD and not using it. It's like buying a gym membership and not going to the gym. Okay? Does money buy you happiness? Money can make you happy. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say it buys you happiness, but it can make you happy because when you have money, you could do things that you want to do. Like a lot of you can't do what you want to do because of the lack of money. Can I get an amen to that? A lot of you just can't do the things that you want. So your inability to do things that you want to do makes you unhappy. But remember, you don't have to be unhappy. Being unhappy is a choice. And it doesn't matter, because I know a lot of you are thinking, well, Wesley, you don't understand my life. It sucks. My life is hard. My life is struggle. My life is pain. Well, if you're defining your life like that, then that's what it is. It's like, it's impossible for your life to be anything other than that, because you're saying with your own mouth what it is. If you say your life is pain and struggle and it's hard, then it will always be that way until you decide to say that it's not. Questions for me? This is really getting good here. Any more questions for me? And by the way, I love all of you. I really do, from the top of my heart. I love you. I do. And I know a lot of you say, Wesley, how do you love me? You don't even know me, Wes. I do love you a lot. I love you because you haven't given up. There's 88 people here live right now. I have millions of followers, but yet we have 88 people watching, listening, thinking, and taking notice and taking accountability of everything what I'm saying here. That's why I love you, because you used to be me. I used to spend hours at night listening, but in addition to listening, I was taking action for years. Because it was my resolve to be rich. I was committed to being rich, period. Okay? And as long as you're committed to being rich, you will. How many of you got excited when I said that? If you are committed to being rich, you will. You hear me? I'm talking to you directly. If you're committed, I don't care if you're a young mother with a bunch of kids. I don't care if you're a daddy that's not taking care of your kids properly. And I don't care if you've been in jail before. Doesn't matter if you're selling drugs right now, or maybe you're a person that just keep making bad decisions. You get fired all the time from your job. If you want to be rich and you're committed to being rich, you will. Okay? That's all what it is, just a commitment. It's not about your parents. It's not about your experiences. It's not about who your mom and dad was and what they did and what they didn't do. It's not about what's going on in the church, the pastor, and, bad credit. That has nothing to do with you making a commitment to being rich, all right? If any man or woman, listen here, on the planet that's committed, and a commitment means I'm going to do it or die, you'll get rich. Anybody that harness and is okay with failure, like he's just okay with failing, you will be rich. Okay? Anybody that believes in him or herself, even though no one else does, you'll be rich. Okay? Who made the pyramids? I don't know. I credit it to you. Okay, good. Yeah, good job, Vicky. Vicky Money, I see you. What is your definite chief aim to help you? That's a good question. My definite chief aim is to help you make millions of dollars. You. Because I want you guys to see how this feels. Young lady, young man, I want you to see how it feels to be able to spend money how you want. I want you to see how it feels to fly first class. See how it feels to wake up at noon while everybody else is rushing to work. I want you to see how it feels to have a maid clean your place every day. I want you to see how it feels to have a 5-star hotel waiting on your hand and foot. I want you to see how it feels to travel around the world every single month first class, eating at 5-star restaurants. Okay? I want you to see how it feels to drive your dream car. So that's my chief aim. I'm already wealthy. Wesley, my question is, if you plan to do another seminar, I will do one very soon. And if you guys want to come to my seminar, I'm curious, how many of you will come? Just say, I'm there. If I do a seminar in Houston, Texas, or maybe Florida, how many of you will come? Just comment the words, I'm there. Like, as soon as I post it online, I want to know. I'm just curious how many people will actually show up. Just comment, I'm there, Wes. I don't care, hell or hot water. I'm there. I don't care if I'm in Africa, Egypt, hell, sleeping on the air mattress under the bridge. I am there. All right, questions for me. Just always curious here. And let me share something with you. My seminars are a life-changing experience here. I mean, you may cry, laugh, but you'll never be the same. Okay? If you take it seriously, you'll never be the same. It's intense, but it's powerful. How do you get this music? Just go to YouTube and type in Theta Waves. Okay? Boom, boom, boom. It's free. And yeah, that's my product. We're #1. I'm very proud of myself. We're the #1 product on this platform in the world. Let's go. Let's go. Next question here. How can I come over the fear of starting? So the thing is, remember, fear is nothing but an illusion, Gil. How many of you have problem with fear? So remember, fear is false evidence appearing real. So false evidence appearing real means that fear is an illusion of the mind. That means the fear that you think is tangible is nothing but a creation in your mind, okay? You're thinking about things in advance to keep you from taking action. Does that make sense? Like a lot of you have a job. You won't quit your job because you fear that you're going to be in poverty. I asked one guy, I said, hey, why don't you leave your job? He said, well, who's going to pay my bills? Then he said that, well, I don't want to be broke and busted and on the street. I'm like, wow. You think if you lose your $10 an hour job, you're going to be on the street tomorrow? That's crazy. So fear isn't a creation of the mind. And Overnight Millionaire, it helps you diminish all fear today, 24-hour techniques that I have in that program. Because fear is just thinking. That's all what it is. It's a normalization, unfortunately, that people use fear like as a thing. Fear is a illusion. It's a process of thinking. So instead of creating horrible images of you failing, create powerful images of you succeeding. So if you leave your job, say, you know what, I'm going to leave my job and I'm going to jump into a business and I'm going to make a bunch of money. Okay? You don't have to know how, but just let that be your intention. Create something new. Okay? Mickey, what doesn't make sense, my man? How are you guys doing? Is Theta ways what you used before you made your millions? Yeah. Is this working for someone living in Europe? Yeah, it doesn't matter where you live, sweetheart. Like, guys, you can be living in Africa, Egypt, India, Australia. It doesn't matter. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a brain? Hello? Now look at that big old forehead of yours. I want you to knock on your skull. You have a brain in there? Are you able to think? I know you are, because you made the decision that was very incredible and smart to watch this video here. You're listening to a multimillionaire that's helping you and guiding you through the journey of success here. So it doesn't matter where you live, okay? Wesley, how do you find a guided meditation? It depends. I have a guided meditation in many of my products here. So Overnight Millionaire, we have a guided meditation there. And I have one. If you go to overnightmillionaire.net, you'll find one there for free. How do you feel about professional artists? I feel good about them. They're great. I have a question. What is it? Can I use your Facebook ad videos in private Facebook groups? Absolutely. I have 2 questions there. What is it? So how do we do this? Do what? I want to be a millionaire. Well, stop saying I want to be and say that you are. Why did you leave ClickBank as a platform? Well, because ClickBank, the best way I can explain this is, have you ever dated someone and you decided to get married and you love them because they treated you well, so well throughout the years, but you had to make a decision that, you know what, we're just 2 incompatible people. I still love you. I care about you. Thanks for all the dinners you used to cook. Thanks for all the back rubs, and thanks for all the wonderful moments of intimacy. But we're not compatible, so we're going to have to divorce. I'm going to leave you. So that's what happened to ClickBank. We just didn't see eye to eye, so I decided to move on to another platform. And this new platform, what's great about it, it pays you more money, affiliates, okay? I'm all about the people. Yes, I want to make money, but I want the people that I train, educate, and teach. I want you to make money, okay? Because your success stories keeps me in business, right? It's all about serving your customer. Customer is number 1, and I believe service leads to greatness here. What happened with the 5 spots available for helping with done for your services? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Victory. What's wrong with the government? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with the government, guys. Something is wrong with you. Yeah. Like, if any of you think the government, I don't want to get into a government political debate. No way, short form of fashion do I even understand anything about politics. But one thing I do understand is if you're relying on the government to take care of you or to make decisions on your to make decisions on your livelihood as far as how you live and the laws that are passed, then you're delusional. You know, the government, it's up to you to control your own destiny. Okay? It's up to you, not the government. Like people that get government assistance, and I'm not saying that stuff is not needed, but I think it's bullshit. You know, I think people should take responsibility. If a woman keeps having babies and keep getting government checks, how are we helping that woman succeed? Right? She's just going to sit and lay it on her back and continue to make babies and get checks from the government. Does it make sense? If you're getting unemployment, and I've got unemployment before and it was stupid. But whenever you let the government take care of you, you have now released your power to them. Because you'll be waiting on them. You're like, okay, when is the government going to send my check? When am I going to get my tax refund? Stop waiting. Okay, entrepreneurs, we create our destiny. We create our world. We create our successes. Okay, so if you're looking for the government to get better so you can be more successful, you're delusional. I'm going to be honest with you. You will always lose forever. I love you, but you will always lose if you're waiting on the government to do anything that's going to make your life better. Okay, period. That's what it is. This has turned into a midnight rant, guys. Any more questions for me? And like I said, I'm going to be transparent and honest. And you can always look in the description below if you want to get more information, more training with me so I can help you win faster, okay? Wes, how are you dealing with Facebook slowing down ads? Well, I don't know. My ads are not slowing down. We're making a ton of money right now. We're doing very well. I don't know. I mean, I just think that everybody in the internet marketing industry that's running ads, they just think that it's not working properly, but we're not experiencing that. We're doing very well. You use your hands when speaking, or are you using your mind control? I will repeat it once. Do you use your hands when speaking? Are you using mind control? Yes, Cheryl, I'm using mind control. Look at my hand. And as you look at my hand, you'll decide and your body will relax. And the more you listen to my voice and the more that you look at my hand, you will smile and understand that I'm controlling your mind. You guys are funny. How many hours should you do a day to be successful? 20 hours a day. I don't know. You know, it's not a set amount of hours. I think if you're passionate about what you believe in, you're not really concerned with the time. You're just concerned with the work ethic. So can I make money through that? Yes. Is the coronavirus affecting your business? No, actually, it's affecting my business in a great way. We're making more money. Profits have tripled. We've hired more people because people are at home and they're scared to leave. So they're creating more home businesses, and we're giving them opportunities with us right now. Okay. You know, one day I'm going to talk about mind control. As a matter of fact, guys, I'm launching my mind control product called Mass Control. And don't think of mind control like it's negative. A lot of you like, mind control, you're controlling my mind right now? Oh my God. Well, it's not a bad thing, okay? Like, I don't have bad intentions. Some people use it to have bad intentions, but everybody, to be honest with you, uses mind control in some form or fashion when they want something, okay? A lot of you, you're just not conscious of what you're doing. You don't know the techniques, like you don't know the names of the maybe the techniques that you're using, but we all do it, right? You know, it's like manipulation. People, they think manipulation is a bad thing, but if you look it up, manipulation is just basically changing the minds of people according to your desire or what you want from them. So it doesn't have to be negative. Do some people manipulate in the negative direction? Absolutely. But manipulation is not just bad. And like salespeople, they manipulate all the time. That's what you're supposed to do. right? Manipulation is just allowing people to see your point of view so you can take action that's aligned with you and them to get their desired goal. It's not one-sided, okay? What do? I'm a god, bro. I'm an internet marketer, folks. Can I become a millionaire before 20? Absolutely. You're calling in the sick. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Do you sell out for money? What does that even mean? Wesley, how do you create a strong work ethic? I feel extremely important to be insane to your dream. Yeah, I mean, you just work. I mean, what do you mean? That's like asking me, John Trey, how do you breathe? You just do it. You may say, well, how do you go to the bathroom and do number one? You just do it. You know what I mean? How do you wash your hands? Get up, go to the bathroom, turn the water on. Right? So that's the same way how you create a work ethic. You just work all the time, as much as humanly possible. What is your career choice? I don't have a career, actually. I have a purpose. Yeah, it is real, Beth. It's very, and I will be launching. I really believe that. Listen, everybody needs to be able to understand that if you don't know how to influence, if you don't know how to persuade effectively, you'll never be rich. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think you're going to be very rich because you got to be able to be very persuasive with selling your service or your product. Okay, period. And I've created this program that I was a little bit apprehensive. I didn't want to give it to the public because people can use this for wrong. They can use it for evil. But I understood that if people don't have this, it's going to be very difficult for them to really get it and to persuade on a very high level. So, and you can use this in the industry like mass control. You can use this with everything, with getting your children to do what you want them to do, getting women, getting men, making money, whatever, getting jobs, anything that you want. It's a very powerful program. It's $1,000, by the way. And I think that's very inexpensive because of the information that's in the program. It's helped a lot of people. I pre-launched it last year and I closed it off for personal reasons, but now it will be live again this year. So if you have the opportunity to get it, I say get it. If not, much love. Your brain tells you to do everything. Yes. I know a lot of people send you email. Is your team still hiring? Yes, we are. Can you help a brother out in prison? Are you in prison right now? Good books to read during the quarantine. Breaking the Habits of Being Yourself. Think and Grow Rich. Richest Man of Babylon. Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. You can always go to wesleyvirgin.com/books. Influence unscan. Let me delete this guy. All right, guys, I got 2 minutes remaining. Let me get rid of this guy. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, I love you so much. I appreciate you guys. Remember, I have links below in the description if you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube right now. Instagrammers, I love you so much. My YouTubers, everybody that follow me around the world. You're not followers, you're friends. You're people that are very active in your decision to make money, to be rich, to be successful. But remember, in life, you don't get what you want, you get what you picture. Picture a better life. If there's one skill that you need to perfect during this journey of success, it's to continue to picture something that's different despite what's happening in your physical world that you call reality. Just keep picturing yourself on the plane, first class. Keep picturing yourself with millions of dollars in your bank. Picture yourself waking up happy and excited and enthusiastic every day. Picture yourself running a very successful multi-million-dollar business, okay? Just keep picturing, just seeing it. And the more that you do it, you'll start to embody it. And once your emotions, your thoughts, and feelings, once they align, then you're able to manifest anything. Love you. Let's go. I would scream it right now, but not tonight. All right, guys. Much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin here. Look below if you want to find out how to be mentored by me. In the description, in the comment section, I have a link that you can further your interactions with me. Until then, much love. Let's go. Later.